Look at you, stuck in the web of procrastination and lacking discipline. It's time to admit that you've been avoiding responsibilities and it's holding you back. Stop sugarcoating your failures with these flimsy excuses. You know very well that laziness and distractions have been ruling your life. You've become complacent with mediocrity, choosing comfort over growth. Well, guess what? Real change demands discomfort, and you must embrace it. Recognize your lack of discipline has cost you precious opportunities. The time wasted cannot be recovered, but you can make amends starting right now. Deep down, you know you have untapped potential. It's time to unleash it and stop hiding behind your procrastination as an excuse. Procrastination is often the result of fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. It's time to confront these fears and break free. Sure, discipline might seem like a foreign concept to you right now, but it takes time to face the music and make discipline your new best friend. You've been avoiding accountability, but it's time to take responsibility for your actions. Hold yourself accountable for your progress, or the lack thereof. Feel the weight of regret for all the time wasted and opportunities missed. Let it fuel your determination to change and make the most of every moment moving forward. Change won't happen overnight, and it won't be easy, but you're not looking for easy. You are looking for growth. Embrace the process, and you'll come out stronger. Oh, look at you, drowning in the sea of indecision and inaction. Your inability to make choices or stick to a plan is pathetic. Stop trying to cover up your laziness with those pathetic excuses. Nobody buys them, not even yourself. Just think about all the potential you've wasted by wallowing in your lack of discipline. It's truly, truly sickening. You're nothing more than a slave to comfort and instant gratification. You can't even withstand the slightest bit of discomfort to achieve your goals. Your willpower is laughable, and your mind is even weaker. It's time to toughen up, Buttercup, and take control. While you're busy procrastinating, the world just keeps moving forward. Your lack of discipline is causing you to fall way behind. You've become a master of self-sabotage, always finding ways to hinder your progress. It's time to break free from this vicious cycle. Congratulations, you've built a cozy nest in the land of mediocrity. How does it feel to be just average? Or maybe below average. Way below average. You don't need coddling. You need a reality check. Stop babying yourself and face the truth. You are weak. Enough is enough. Rise from the ashes of your weaknesses and become the disciplined, proactive force you know that you can be. Or don't. And stay exactly as you are.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
We are back. We are back. We are back for another Thursday night software exploration session. I got the soundboard working. So, what are we going to do tonight?
Tuesday, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
We are going to have some fun tonight. We are going to continue with our test cases and we're going to do some defects tonight. We're going to do some test executions through Kiwi. So if you've been following along, last time we were doing this, it was not last Thursday, but the Thursday before that. So we are going to get into that. Tons and tons of stuff to do. And we're going to finish it up tonight with a code review. So let me pull up some quick notes real quick, and we're going to get started. Like I said, different setup. And here's a tip, especially for you QA folks out there. When you unplug everything and you have your computer disconnected from your network for like over a week, make sure once you plug everything back in, you try it out before you go live, because the IP address on the laptop changed, and that is why the soundboard was not working the other day. The iPad did not connect to the IP of the computer, and that was my streaming nightmare. But we got it again. So Thank you. All right. So let's do this. And we're going to do that. We can use that. All right, cool. All right. So we are going to get into our show agenda for today. So like I said, we're going to be doing defects with Kiwi. We're going to be logging defects. We're going to do some test executions. The past two videos, yesterday was about test executions, and the week prior to that, last week Wednesday, when I had the crazy mic sound and the crazy background, so happy to be back home. But that was about defects and bugs. All right. So we are going to integrate the two. So we're going to do some test executions on our test site, ASOS, and we're going to create a defect on how we'd be logging it through Kiwi, and go from there. All right. So before we get into that, we are going to go through our agenda. So first things first, as always, I want to thank all of the latest subscribers to the channel. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. We keep growing at a rapid rate. I am so excited for all the people that I'm meeting, whether I'm meeting them on YouTube and different Discords, on LinkedIn, on different Slack groups, on Reddit. I'm everywhere. I'm just trying to network with everyone, trying to fill a big gap that I see, and might make a longer video about that gap, but we can get into it a little bit tonight. So shout out to all of the newest subscribers and all the people that I'm coming in contact with. You guys are truly amazing. All right. So we are going to get into the show schedule. Let me get this right here. Okay. I'll read it from here. All right. So then our live show schedule. We have our Sunday afternoons where we do software explorations. I think this Sunday we're going to be exploring Playwright, something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but haven't had the chance to. But what better place to do it than with you, where we're going to do it live. We're going to do it live, right? We're going to figure it out. We're going to see how it works, get used to it. We're going to learn, because guess what? That is another tool that we will add to our tool belt, another weapon in our weapon belt. No, that's not weapon belt. All right. So we have Tuesday nights Q&A sessions. We just had one the other day. Great questions, great answers, tons and tons of fun. Thursday nights, tonight, which we are doing software explorations. Right now, it's a bit on the more entry level type stuff, basics type stuff, creating test cases, creating executing tests, doing writing bugs, right? And we're doing that through our Kiwi test case management system, which we had installed via Docker. If you have not done so yet, I would highly suggest that you do that, because not only does it give you the experience of using a test case management system, it also gives you something to talk about in an interview and something to put on your resume as a personal project. Once they see Docker on your resume that you've dabbled in it, shows initiative, it shows ambition, and it takes you far. All right. So just dropping that there. So again, Sunday afternoons, software explorations. Tuesday nights are Q&A sessions, and Thursday nights, more software explorations. All right. Now, so shout out to that before we go on. We got the best tech show on YouTube. We have so much fun, but we put in so much work. We get after it. We do not rest. We are addicted to winning.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Yes, we are addicted to winning. All right. Now, our pre-recorded content have Mondays, Candid Conversations, and I just keep trying to drop so much useful information for you guys. I have like 2 different topics I'm thinking about for Candid Conversations for this coming Monday. I'm not sure which one to go with yet, but they're both going to be great. And I'm just trying to help you guys navigate, right? I'll get into it in a little bit, but Candid Conversations, look out for the one coming on Monday. It's going to be fire. All right. It's going to be fire. All right. Wednesdays, we have our software exploration concept overviews, right? So we're talking about concepts, like how different things work. The past few weeks, so yesterday we had test executions. The week before that, we had reporting defects. And the week before that, we had test plans, test scenarios, test cases, right? And they all come together on Thursday nights, tonight. So, and then on Fridays, we have our little fun one where we have the bug bite, where we review different software related industry bugs, either old or new. And we talk about it. We see what we can learn from it, what we can glean from it. And sometimes we have some fun with it and everything like that. But it's all about, the content and delivering value and how it can help you grow in everything that you're doing. Everything is about growth. All right. If you're not growing, then it's not worth doing. Okay. So again, Mondays, Candid Conversations. Wednesdays, software explorations, concept overviews. And Fridays, the bug bite. And then we have throughout the week, we're releasing clips from our Q&A session, where I clip it up into short bite-sized pieces. And I can see that, like, depending on the video that I dropped, some of them get a lot more traction because they're a lot more intriguing, they're a lot more interesting, they're a lot more close to the heart of what everyone is doing. Like the one that I released this week, I forgot which day it was. I think it was 2 days ago. But it's now that I'm finished with my QA course, what do I do now, right? Because I'll tell you this, which I'm going to get into a little bit more. So many people that I've come in contact with, they finish their course, their boot camp, and now it's like they kind of feel like they're left high and dry. They're trying to navigate this job market on their own, and it's hard. So, I'm here. I'm trying to put information out, trying to make myself available to help you guys out. All right. Okay, so that is our pre-recorded content. All right, now, if you haven't done this yet, right, what are you waiting for? Like the video, share with somebody who will find it useful, subscribe to the channel, and chat with me in the chat because I like to interact with you. I think that when we talk, we learn from each other, we get to collaborate. I get to put new ideas in your mind, and you get to put new ideas in my mind, and we just build upon that. And I'll share a quick example, but it's going to be a short example because a lot of these things that are popping into my mind that will help you grow in your journey, I am going to reserve that for a very special group of people that I am creating, and there will be more information on that coming soon. But I am creating this group of people, right? I'm not going to find them. I'm going to create them. All right. So it is what it is. All right. So subscribe to the channel. Look out for everything that's coming. Interact. It is so important to network. It is so important to speak to people. And I'll get into that a little bit more. Right. So that is that. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, talk to me in the chat, talk to each other in the chat, all of that good stuff. Okay. And before we get into the icebreaker, let's have a conversation, right? Short conversation. So, like I said, I've been meeting with tons and tons of people in the past week or so, right? And yeah, like a week and a half to 2 weeks, right? I've been meeting tons and tons of people, and it's like I keep hearing the same thing over and over, right? Especially from the newer people trying to transition into QA, and then I feel even worse for like when people tell me, "Oh, I went to a boot camp, I paid an egregious amount of money, and now pretty much they promised that I would be getting a job making X amount of dollars, and now I'm applying for a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if my resume is good. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right steps. And like when I hear that, I'm like, something's missing, right? And it for me, who's been in the industry for so long, and I've worked and I've coached and like unofficially coached and mentored tons and tons of people who to this day that I'm close with, right? On how to navigate and how to go up in skills and go up in pay. I'll give you a quick example. A very close friend of mine, at the time making about like 45K, and I was like, come on, you gotta you're great, like you gotta go apply. She went from that to like 70K in a jump, and then probably to her next jump was like 100K, right? So what I'm saying is there are strategies out there, but it's really on you to do the work and to learn how to navigate. You need to get closer and make friends with people who don't see you as a paycheck or as a come up, right? People who are interested in like your success, and to be honest, like that's why I don't like I might recommend courses and stuff like that so you can get the information, but I'm not in, like I don't make promises. I don't teach courses. I don't do boot camps. Like it's just not for me, because I believe that 99% of the work is going to be based on what you do, the effort that you put in, the research that you do, right? So I don't promote boot camps. I don't promote courses. I don't do a course or nothing like that. I'll give you the resources, and then I'll work with you, right? So that you can get to where you're looking to go, right? Because I met some amazing people in the past 2 weeks, and the different strategies that they're using to try to market themselves. And like once I hear those strategies, I'm feeding off of that. I'm like, okay, think about this, navigate that way. Someone that I just met with before we started this live stream, it seems like an amazing individual, but they're also having trouble navigating. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna work with you. I'm going to and for me, like I don't just recommend everyone. I have to see your work ethic, your level of effort, and then I'm like, all right, I can work with you, and I can help you out, but I don't promise anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be I'll be honest, I'll be blunt as well. On like if you're slacking off, I'm like, all right, you're slacking off. And like I said before, whenever I go to the doctor, like any allergies, and I'm like, no, but I do have an allergy. I just found out not too long ago, and that is allergic to laziness, allergic to excuses. I can't be around it. I start itch. I start to get depressed and all that. And I don't get depressed, right? But like, yeah, once I start hitting excuses and all that, I'm like, can't do it. So what I'm saying is, don't, for you out there, you know who I'm referring to, right? Don't get discouraged. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. I feel a little bad because like I should have been doing this a long time ago to help, right? Because I didn't have this coming up, and seeing seeing the influx in the market because of things like if I tell you, oh, pay me, if I tell you this, right, pay me $10,000 and I'm gonna get you a job to make $100,000, right? And I tell 10 people this, right? And now I've got $100,000. And what if I can't deliver on getting each of you your $100,000 job? I still gave you the knowledge, right? So it's tough, right? So what I'm saying is keep pushing, reach out to me, and I'll I'll do what I can. I'll try to get you ready, try to get you interview ready, but sometimes it's just not enough. It's just not enough to go around for everyone. So you have to outwork your competition, and everyone is your competition. So get to work. All right. That's the message. Get to work. As he says,
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
we got to get back to work. All right. So, all right. So let's get to our icebreaker for tonight. All right. I'm going to read this off my phone. Right. So it says, guy wouldn't let me pass him on the highway, so I got him pulled over. Okay. A while back now, I was driving home on a 2-lane highway between cities pretty late at night, and a dude in a Dodge Charger was in front of me. We're both going a bit above the limit, nothing crazy, like 10 kilometers per hour for him and 20 kilometers per hour for me. I wanted to pass, so I moved into the left passing lane, and he proceeded to accelerate to exceed my speed and jump into the left lane to cut me off. I thought nothing of it, figured he was speeding up, and I still get to go the speed I wanted, so I got back in the right lane and kept at the same speed, but then the beep jumped back in the right lane and cut me off again and slows down to to below the limit. Every time I tried to pass him, he would do the same thing. After like 20 minutes, as I've done this drive many times, I remembered we were getting close to a side road where police like to hide. So I stepped on the gas and went like 40 over the limit, and sure enough, he tried to cut me off again by going about 50 over. I quickly slowed down right before we passed the side road, and the cop immediately jumped out and pulled him over. I never felt a greater moment of satisfaction in my life. If you're out there, Dodge Charger guy, you. Well. People in their road rage, it is not safe. That is it's funny. I'll give that. It's funny. It's funny. But road rage is not good, and this, like, you guys don't put your lives out. Don't put your lives in danger trying to I don't know what is it that you're trying to do? Compete or prove a point. Yeah. Whenever I see people acting crazy on the road, I just go a different direction. I'm not trying to get involved in that. Got too much to worry about, too much to lose. And I got to get here to make this amazing content for you guys and to live stream with you guys. So, we do not miss here. We just win. All we do is win. All right. So that is our icebreaker, and we will be getting into the show. All right. So what are we doing now? Let's get some energy before we get started.
Please offer me your energy. I ask of you, please.
All right. Now that we got the energy out the way, let's get to it. So what we're going to do, we are going to do 20 minutes of working, and we're going to do 5-minute breaks. We're probably going to go around to 9:15, 9:30, if that much, Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, we do have a code review to do, the same code review from the last time, but with updated code, addressing some of the comments that were made. And we'll do that. And I'm gonna once I create my people, right? They'll be exclusively getting code reviews. But until then, if you want me to review your code, for like automation code, Java, Selenium, whatever, API test, whatever the case may be, let's do it. I'm here for it, and we can have some fun. All right. So 20 minutes working, 5 minutes break. And we might pull up LinkedIn and look for some job descriptions. All right. So let's get into it. Where switch screen? All right. So we are going to close that, and all right. So let's start our timer for 20 minutes. All right. So right now, we're going to the Kiwi URL, and it says that the site cannot be accessed. So why is that? That's because we installed it through Docker, and Docker is currently it's not up right now, right? So we have to start our service. So we're gonna open this up, and we're gonna do Docker compose up, and we're gonna do the -d so it can be detached, so we can still use our terminal. All right. This is a great exercise. Like, I can't stress enough. If you're looking for something to talk about in an interview, something to put on your resume, go ahead and follow the video where we're installing Docker, and we are installing Kiwi test case management system, so you can document your test cases, document your test executions, document your defects, right? And then on one of these streams, I'm going to have where when you execute the test, that the tests go to the test update in when you execute your automated tests, that your tests update in Kiwi as well, right? And I saw when I was looking for, because when using Java, and which majority of people who do Selenium, they use Java. So I was looking if they had a test ng listener for Kiwi, and it's something that they had in the works to create, but it's never been created. It's been open since 2019. So I was like, oh, maybe I can take this on as a small side development project. And if I do, how cool would it be if we have some of our wonderful members to be able to test it, right? So I'll think a little bit more about that, and I might make that exclusive to the people that I create. All right. So let's get Kiwi up and running. We're going to do Docker compose up /d or -d for detached. And it's starting all of our containers, and it is up and running. Let's maximize this, and let's refresh, and it should be up. Let's see. All right, Kiwi's up. So let's go ahead and let's log into it. I remember my password as well. I didn't remember it. I wrote it down, but whatever. Let's see here. All right. So we have inside of Kiwi. My screen looking like that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. All right, cool. So we have our test plans, the sample test plan that we created. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. All right, we have our sample test plan that we created. We also have our checkout flow for ASOS. We don't have any executions. We don't have any executions. And let's take a look at our test cases. And on the last show, I said go ahead and create some test cases. All right. So hopefully you did that. Hopefully you have something that you can execute. Let's do search test cases. We should have the list of our test cases. Cool. All right. So that is that. And let's take this test case right here. And let's go to, I remember last time, couldn't find where to edit it. Over here. Okay. So let's see. Go back a page. That's so weird. Can't find where to actually edit this test. But even if we can't, it is all good because we will just move along and execute the test as it is. But I did want to edit it for some reasons. You could just Google it, I guess. Let's do this. So we have some time, so let's do this. Kiwi test case management. And let's go to their website. And let's do documentation. Edit. Editing a test plan. You can use clone edit workflow to create similar. Let's see that. Let's see. Adding an existing test plan to a test case from a test plan. Page, adding existing tests, cloning test cases. You can use the you see, and this is why documentation is important. So apparently it is somewhere over here. Okay, edit. Okay, cool. Get that solving problems already. So let me see. Let's do this. All right, cool. So now we see all this. So, and we wrote this in the Gherkins format when the given, given when then format. But they also have the basic way of writing it as well, which you could also do, which I think that was part of the homework was to go ahead and use the other template to write your test. All right. So that's that. Let me start this here. Second. Okay. That is. Do this real quick. All right, cool. That works. All right, so yeah, in the Gherkin format, we're going to execute this test, and then we're going to create a defect for it. Okay. So and then we'll find out more about like these other fields because at some point we're going to be connecting the and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go back to my roots and automate a flow on ASOS, and we'll be able to link that automated test to I'll do that. I'll do it on the stream where I automate ASOS, and I'll even do it in the full page object model to make it very clean. Very clean code. I'm not gonna do like the very like learning how to do automation for the first time code. I'm gonna do it with a decent foundation using the page object model. Not too complicated, but good enough to be able to be proud of. And we're going to link it to here so it can maybe I'll do it with Python actually because I know that Python is the working one. So we'll link Python to it, and we will then we can eventually do a different one with Java and link that as well once we implement our TestNG listener, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is our test case. I don't know. Do I need to add anything in here? I think there are some steps I had to get rid of. Um, it's cool. We like that's not a big deal. Sorry. So let's go ahead. So one thing. Oh, Kiwi has autosave, so that's cool. So like as you work, it'll save. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we do automated. Okay, cool. So we can do automated. Can do a priority of the test case. Let's change this to confirmed. All right. So now we update our test case to confirmed, and we're gonna save it. And now we have our test case, and we are ready to let's do a test run, right? And from that test run, we'll create a bug. Okay. So let's do new test run, see what we get. So default tester. Okay, so let's do test run ASOS. Manager. I'll put myself as manager. All right, so let's say product is gonna be ASOS. So I guess you can consider product as your category or your client. Test plan, checkout flow, build. There's no build, I guess. And we don't need none of this. And let's say testing Kiwi test run for live stream. All right. And our test run is created. We don't have any environments in here. Okay, let's see what's going on. What else do we have to do in this? So test execution. So let's add test cases, I guess. All right. So let's say we add this to this test run. And we have this here. Okay, so the way that it works is after you create the test execution, you go into here and you add the test run. So let's see if there's any other tests we can add for sample sake. Okay, there's a search feature, ASOS test plan. Oh, maybe it doesn't need to be ASOS. Let's see if we do. Oh, okay, only confirmed test. So let's say we do proposed and confirmed. Search. Okay, we have so let's add that one too. So technically you'd want it to be confirmed test. You don't want to necessarily run a proposed test because it's not finalized. But we're trying it out here, so that's fine. Unconfirmed tests were not added. Oh, okay. So I guess the test had to be confirmed. So we'll stick with this one, okay? We'll stick with this one. So let's do this. Let me see, what's this? Running. Okay, so we can click running. We can pause the running. Idle. This is waved, and this is passed, and then this must be stopped, blocked, error, failed. Okay. 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 So let's run it. So now this is changed to one test is running. And what do we do from here? Okay. So let's say we go through the site. All right, so let's pull up ASOS, right? Get some water as well. Run ASOS. If you haven't signed up for Acorns, I highly suggest that you do. Easy way to invest. And I have a link in the description. So use that link to sign up for Acorns. And it is thought for investing. You tell them your aggressiveness and they do it for you. So look into that. Can't recommend it highly enough. All right, so we're on ASOS and we are going to let's go to women's. Let's do vacation outfits. And we're here. Let's just click on the first. All right, so, well, no, we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do, we're gonna separate these two. We're gonna follow the test case, right? So we're here and we're here, okay? So we have a split screen. So it says that we are going to purchase an item by finding the product using the product search. So, okay, so let's start back at the homepage, right? We gotta use the product search. So we are on ASOS and let's make sure that we are shopping in the United States. We are in the United States. All right, cool. So let's go back to the homepage. So for the given I am on the ASOS homepage and I choose deliver to the United States, I have updated the preference to shop in the United States. When I search for a product in the search bar that says women's sweatshirt, enter. And now we have then the search results are listed. All right, so we have the search results listed with women's sweatshirt. And when I click on the first item in the list, so I click on the first item. Then the product page is loaded. When I choose the product attributes, if any, so I'm going to choose a size of extra small. And I click on the add to cart button. The page remains on the product page. And the cart overlay is displayed with the product added to the cart. Okay, correct. When I click on the view bag button in the my bag overlay, Then the item is okay. The my bag cart page is loaded, yes. And the item I added to the cart is displayed. The item I added to the cart is displayed, yes. When I click on the checkout button, the ASOS checkout screen is loaded, and I have the option to sign in with email address and password, and I have options to sign in with Google, Apple, or Facebook. All right, so far so good. And a tab to join is displayed. All right, that's displayed, and I click on that tab. All right, and when I enter my email address, asos.date at testing dot. All right, so let's enter that. ASOS dot what 2020. Actually, so we're putting the date. So we're gonna put 2023.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
All right, we're about to take a break. Let's say just finish typing this email. So 2023 08 17, and then we go for the time as well. I like because the reason that we're doing this because we need it to be unique. We can't use an existing username and password. So using the timestamp is always the way that I like to make it unique. Some people use like a UUID. Some people use a random number type thing. I like using the the date stamp and the timestamp because it lets me know exactly when this test was executed on the day and time that it was done. So it's easier to track that way. And now if I have to look for errors in a log file, I have a better idea of where I'm looking at. All right. So that's why I like to do it in that format. So let's do 2022 dot testing at techcoach.com. So that's the email address. And we can stop right now. All right. So we are going to go to break. All right. So far, this is going well. I am having tons and tons of fun doing this. I missed it so much last week. And give me just a quick second. I will be right back while we are on break. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had to get some reinforcement. All right. Get some Viking and barbarian strength to work through this. All right. So what we're going to do is in our last all right. Our last we'll do a quick pulling up a job on LinkedIn.
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
So I want to search for the job. I want to search for the job of QA specialist. Because what I realized today is that QA specialist might be the new entry level QA job title. So let's go back to our shared screen. We'll do a quick look at this before we get back. All right, so I search for QA specialist and let's see what comes up, right? The first thing comes up, quality assurance for rolled alloys. And this is on-site in Temperance. I'm guessing that is Michigan. Am I? Let's see. Am I Michigan? I think so. Let's see. Temperance, Michigan. Yep. So it looks like that's Michigan. Temperance, Michigan. Yeah, Temperance, Michigan. All right. So it is a QA specialist role in Temperance, Michigan. And this is something that I've been telling you guys, right? This position is on site, posted a week ago, and there are 107 applicants. And compared to 39 applicants. So let's see what this job. Let's look at the requirements of this job first, right? 3 years of quality assurance, manufacturing or related field, 1 year using Microsoft Outlook, 2 years of technical industry knowledge, root cause analysis, auditing, experience in aerospace. So this one doesn't look as much as a software testing job as much as a it's a different industry. It's like a more of an engineering QA job. Let's see. Rolled Alloys is a supplier of stainless, nickel, and titanium alloys to a wide variety of end user applications, including aerospace, medical, defense, and thermal processing. The excellence of our people, we feel. Yeah, so this one is not this one's not software related. So, but yeah, like it's still good to look at these jobs. Let's see, quality assurance specialist. This one is hybrid, and it has 308 applicants. It's food safety. Yep, that's not the one we're looking for either. So maybe we have to search for like software QA positions, right? Um, let's see. Just go a quick skim down here. Chief quality officer. So this one seems like so. Yeah, pharmaceuticals. So and here's the thing with pharmaceuticals, quality assurance is not the same thing that when we think about software QA, right? So keep that in mind. So when you see pharmaceutical, you have to make sure that like they'll normally have like software in front of it when it's a pharmaceutical company because like this one like pharmaceutical companies have like their own QA thing for their drugs. All right. Let's look at this one real quick. It's pharmaceutical as well. Yeah, all of these are. Let's try software QA specialist. QA analyst, software development. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Familiar with Windows OS, Microsoft SQL Server, experience with software testing from the UI and database. This is on site. 120 applicants on site. All right. Record. Creatively find solutions to a problem. Ability to work part of a team. Bachelor's degree in computer science or related area. Preferred, but not required. All right. That's good to see. Let's see. IT networking skills preferred. Pharmacy. So this is pharmacy, but it's still software. So that's good. Ability to work as part of a team. Okay. This job might get you for entry level. And this is hybrid located in Wichita, Kansas. Cool. All right, cool. So we will pick up on the next break. But that was a good little exercise to see, like, when we did just QA specialist, we got a bunch of not the ones that we're actually looking for, but we add software in front of it, then you start getting more of the ones that you want to see. And we can take a look at a few of these, right? Because a lot of people are looking for jobs, and let's take a look and see what we can find. All right. So let's get back to work. Goodbye, Temperance, Michigan. Goodbye, LinkedIn. We're here. Okay. So what are we doing? We got to this step where we're signing up, and the first name, Tech Coach, last name, Ralph, ASOS password, and date of birth. Remember, it's in date format first. 1,000. And we are going to do continue to checkout. And let's say we are not a robot. And here we are. We got coupons. All right. So then keep going, continue to checkout. Human verification. I'm not a robot. Delivery address page is displayed. Enter a mobile phone number. Start typing an address. In the autocomplete, select an arrow next to it. Click on it. Then the auto address complete. All right. When I click on, all right, I choose the first address from the list. I click ship to this address. All right, let's fix our phone number. And the delivery address is updated with my chosen address. Delivery options are displayed. All right, so we choose this. Okay. No free shipping for this product. Add debit card. Enter a credit card number. Guess I can't copy and paste it in. 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then 12, 20, 30, 30, and coach route. And TV 1, 2, 3. Use this card. And we get an error that it's invalid credit card. So this is functioning as we would expect. We're going to go here and we're going to say, so this test case passed as we would expect. We got the credit card error message. Okay. So we have I'm going to put this note here. And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to say that this test case passed. All right. So now we have a passing test case. So another test case management softwares that I've used, to log it per step, the status of it. This one is more of going through the whole thing, and wherever it fails, you would put those notes, which that works too. I kind of like better where I get to specify at which step it failed. But this is an open source tool that we just randomly. I just found the first open source test case management system that I found, and like I would probably wouldn't recommend using this for a work environment unless it's like a super startup company who is trying to save on money and stuff like that. But it definitely works for our learning experiences and what we're trying to accomplish here. So that's good. So let's say we have that, and now we have our test run is completed. So in this test run that I did, it was specifically geared towards the functionality based on the test case, right? This was totally not exploratory testing. We had our test case written. We are navigating through it because we're concerned with the most important, like the functionality, being able to check out. And that's why I went straight down like the test cases. I wasn't looking around here or there, not looking for images that are not loading and stuff like that. Because when I would be manually testing something, my first main goal is what is the most important user functionality, and that was to execute the test, which is the number one thing that we want the customers to be able to do is to choose a product and check out, right? And that's what we did here. And we got all the way to it trying to check the credit card number and told us that it's not valid. Makes total sense. So now that we got that, let's go to our what's this? So let's click on this checkbox. All right, so it says that we started at 38 and we finished at 40. Is that right? Maybe that's right. I don't know. But let's go back to our homepage. And it shows us that we had one execution on the test flow, right? Let's see what's inside of this one. So let's change one of these to confirmed. Now I have another test confirmed. And let's go here. So, all right, so we're gonna go back to our test runs. And let's choose sample product 1, test plan 1. And we can leave an unspecified build. Let's say running. We didn't put our timer, did we? So I'll put 10 minutes on the clock. All right. So now we're running and are running to log a defect. All right. Oh, very missing. Okay, summary. Test plan sample. Test run sample 1. For defect. All right, so now we have our manager. All right, so now we have our second test run. What is this one? Oh, okay, so there's a checkbox to start. And now we're started. And let's go down to our test executions and let's see what we can find. Let's search for it. Let's check this one that we just recently approved. And let's go here. So now let's say we were running this, right? Let's say we're running it and we happen to find an issue, right? During the execution, we happen to find an issue. So let's say this is the same test case as ASOS and we get here, we're expecting to get the credit card we're expecting to get credit card isn't a valid credit card number, but it actually takes us through to use this card and we're allowed to click on buy now, right? So let's say we found a bug, right? And now we want to report this bug. So we're going to click on report bug and we'll see what happens here, right? So bug tracker, Jira, Bugzilla. So let's see. Are we able to report a bug in here? If not, then I'm just going to pull up a Google Doc and we'll do it that way. So let's say we do here, see what happens. Or maybe we just install Bugzilla, who knows? Enable reporting to this issue tracker to configuring its, okay, so I see what's going on here. So like a duck under the porch had asked, are you able to bug without having a bug tracker? Apparently, the answer might be no, you need a bug tracker to do this. So what do we do from here? Well, let's see. Let's do some quick research then. Docker Bugzilla. We could quickly spin up Bugzilla using Docker. This was not expected, but we're here, and why not? So let's see. All right. Let's see. Accept cookies. Already got Docker. How to build Bugzilla. How to start Bugzilla. Docker compose up. Start a new container. Rerun your last container you can do. So let's see how to access it. Localhost / Bugzilla. Let's see, because that'd be cool. Imagine if we can just on the fly set up Bugzilla and and use that to report our bug in our bug tracker. That way, we will answer completely a duck under the Porsche's question or concern. So for those, all right, so let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're doing this and we're going to do it live. All right. So we are going to, let me get a terminal window up. So let me unmaximize these right quick. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. All right. So I know that it was supposed to be not. Oh, hold on a second. Let me fix my face real quick. Let's go here and we just go. Oops, not that one. Let's go to circle webcam and just move it over like that. All right. So it's supposed to be like not advanced, but we need to report our bugs, right? So why not we just install our bug tracking tool and we link that to Kiwi and we pivot and we just make the most of it, right? Because we are always and forever engineered to win, right? So we're just gonna spin this up real quick. We already did this for Kiwi, didn't we? We spun up Kiwi, and now we're gonna spin up Bugzilla, and we're going to log our bug that way. So come on, not a big deal. So I need my terminal. Take me to your terminal. That is not my terminal. All right, terminal. Okay, cool. So we are going to do cd dot ls, and we're going to do git clone. And we don't need this one anymore. We're going to do bada bing, bada boom. We got Bugzilla. Clone down here. And we're going to go cd Bugzilla. And we're going to do docker compose build. Okay, that didn't seem. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, maybe I don't need to go into the. I don't know. I should have to go into that directory. I don't know. That's weird because I would think I need to go into the directory. Let me see what happens. Yeah, there's no configuration. CD. Let's see. Bugzilla ls. There should be a Docker Compose file in here. Let's see what's going on here. Like typing the same command is going to get it to work. All right. So why is me see.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
All right, we're gonna get to it. I wanna see why this isn't working though. Look at this one. Let's see here. So I need to create a MySQL or a MariaDB to pass this information in. Mhm. Let's see. Mm, Let's see here. Bugzilla. See what's in here. Because we would need that Docker Compose file. Search in here. Let's see. All right, well, it is break time, and we will come back to this in a few. All right, so all right, so we are having some fun now because we ran into an unexpected problem, and that's why we do this live. I do not like to just the reason that I do this like this, right? Because I don't want to have everything just I don't want to just have everything like pre-planned, step by step, follow like just follow along. I want you to see the trials that you're gonna run into, right? When you're learning, you have to run into these trials and you have to be able to overcome them. You don't like I could do it like those instructionals do and the boot camp do and just like, oh, just follow along, do exactly as I say. But then now when you go to try it on your own, you come into one problem, come into another problem. And it's like, okay, what do I do? No, no, no. I'm going to show you what happens when you're trying to figure it out. So that way you can have some ideas on how to research, how to Google, how to maneuver and things like that, right? So that's why we do it that way. And so that's what it is, right? So while we are on our break, let's start with our code review. Okay, so let me pull that up. All right, so let's go to our start our code review. All right, and like I said, I will do code reviews for now until I create my people, my extraordinary group of human beings. I'll be doing code reviews for whoever wants it, but once I have my people working on bettering themselves, my code reviews are going to be reserved for them. All right. So let's get started on this code review in this while we're on break. Okay. So let's look at the files that were changed. A lot of files changed. And all All right, so this should be part of the git ignore, I'd say, because this is like Eclipse settings. This one I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna put here that this file should probably be part of the git ignore. So what we're doing here, we're doing a code review, right? Where I'm reviewing the code and I'm giving some feedback, giving some comments. Because the reason that I find because I'll tell you this, Nathan was working all day to get the pull request up because he was having some troubles with it, and I gave him some advice on how to do it. But I would not review it if it wasn't a pull request because one, I wouldn't be able to leave comments on it. But number two, you need to have that real work example of like you're gonna have to do code reviews, you're gonna have to push your code via Git, you're gonna have to know all of this stuff. So that's why I emphasized on getting it into GitHub and getting it into a pull request so I can leave comments and you can address those comments. He had it was a nightmare for him to get it, but he got it. And he is in, I believe he's in India, so he is like 12 or 11 hours ahead. So when he was doing it, it was either like late in the day or early morning. But he wanted me to do the code review today. He got it done, and that's what we're doing it now. But but that's why I would not do it if it wasn't pushed as a pull request, because that gives him, and that'll give you as well, real life working experience of what to expect when you're on the job. I believe in getting on the job training before you're actually on the job. All right, put yourself in a position to be comfortable once you get started. Okay, so let's do the same for this file. And this is good. So this one has all right, so this is good.
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
All right, so let's do a little bit more of this and then we will get back to it. So this one says the base package. Let's do when naming your classes, methods, variables, etc. You want to give a descriptive name so you and anyone who is reading your code can clearly understand the purpose of that class, method, or variable. All right, so that is that one. And let's look some more. So this says public web driver. Okay, so before method, public void, set up browser. Public void set up browser, and then we are here, and then so you're saying driver equals new Chrome driver, and then driver dot get. So something that I don't like. I'm not a fan of passing this like this. I mean, it'll work for this particular test that he's doing. But the problem is having it in this like base package. Oh yeah, so I forgot to put a comment here too. Am I able to edit it? Yes, edit it. Actually, no, I put another comment. No, I'll edit it. So, oops, Jesus. All right. So, and class names should be in camel case, such as base package. Java. Throw that in there as well. All right, cool. So, yeah, so this will work. But then when you have it in here, then it's limiting you to always go to this particular page. I like to make it a little bit more dynamic, where I would pass this as a parameter. But I cannot comment here. But I'll just say here, consider passing the URL of the website to go to as a parameter, as you wouldn't really want this hard coded in this when setting the framework. All right, cool. So that's that. All right, so let's get back to work, and then we will continue this code review on our next one. So yeah, I think the next session would be the last one for this, and then we can always pick this up next week, where we can, if we don't get to finish installing Bugzilla tonight, we'll finish installing it next week. And if we do finish installing Bugzilla, then we will just continue to log some test cases inside of Bugzilla, because Kiwi does not have its own bug management thing, which is surprising to me, but it is, like, it's probably like not worth building it if you have other open source tools to do it. So no biggie. But once we finish with our next 20 minutes, we will finish out this code review, and we'll go from there. All right. Ooh. VL, welcome to the chat. Thank you. Really appreciate it, and happy to have you here. So we will get back to the code review after our next 20 minutes, because we want to see if we can install Bugzilla so we can have our Kiwi working with Bugzilla. Wasn't in the plans for tonight, but as QA engineers and aspiring QA engineers, we have to be flexible, we have to be liquid, we have to be able to pivot so we can accomplish our goals. And even if this is a little bit more advanced than you would expect, don't worry about it. Follow along, try to do it, and by all means, leave me a comment, send me an email. I will be more than happy to help you get that working and get to the next step. And like I said, when I create my group of people, I'll have group training sessions where we can interact as I walk you through this, and we'll go from there, right? So 20 minutes on the clock, and let's go. Okay, so we're trying to install Bugzilla, but I don't see the, let me see. Let's see what this says. Maybe the Bugzilla's official documentation, possibly. If not, then we can do not what I want to do, but okay. So let's see, because I do not want to do, like, I'm not going to do a full on Bugzilla installation. So let's see, set up your Docker environment. This is beyond the scope of this tutorial. You should be all right. So I already have Bugzilla. I already Docker installed. Let's see. Set up your Docker environment. Launch Bugzilla container. That would be launch the Bugzilla container. That will be destroyed once you stop it. So let's try this, right? I don't like that one. I don't like that one. This should be super simple. I don't know why I'm making it like this. All right, let's see. Updated 7 years ago. That's probably why it doesn't work. We got Docker installed. Oh, okay, cool. All right. So here we go. Let's just. All right, I'm gonna go back to my terminal, and I'm gonna just delete this Bugzilla. I'm gonna delete this Bugzilla folder. Yes. Yes. Jeez. All right. Cool. Yes. All right. So no more Bugzilla. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna download the Docker compose file for Bugzilla. And oh my goodness, that doesn't exist. So let's try this. Bugzilla Docker compose. All right, so let's do that. Let's do a copy path. Is that what I want to do? I don't want it on port 80 though, because we have our Kiwi running on port 80. But let's do. All right, so this should do it. So let's do yeah, whatever. Let's do code. Let's do clone. Doesn't even look like this repo has been archived. All right, well, let's see what happens, right? Maybe it can work. Who knows? The other scenario would be to set it up in Jira. As long as it doesn't have to, as long as Jira doesn't have to respond back to it, I think that should be all right. So let's go here. And let's do this. Clone. CD Bugzilla. All right, so now let's try to Docker compose. Who knows if it's gonna work? Cause who knows? But let's follow along, see what happens. Something's happening. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So many mysteries. Something's happening. I can make this bigger. Yeah, I did do that. Cool. Let's see here. And that's why I want to do it through Docker Compose, because Docker Compose, it pretty much does everything for you, but it's a lot of steps. I'm not even sure if this is gonna work because of how old this repo is. That it's not even being supported anymore. But we do not waver. We continue to push forward. We will figure a way forward with this. While that's happening, let's keep looking at this Bugzilla stuff because I'm surprised that they do not have a quick and easy Docker Docker stuff for it. But let's see about bugs, right? Let's look at the Kiwi. Let's look at the Kiwi documentation. Let's do bugs. Let's see. Let's see what's in here. Let's see. Creating a test plan. Test runs. Let's see here. I don't see anything in particular about bugs. That is interesting. Let's see. Issue tracker module. Let's see how our terminal is doing here. It's chugging along. It's a big thing. I'll tell you that much. Actually, it's done. Okay, cool. So error from daemon connectivity on the endpoint. Okay, because all right, so that's cool because we're already using it. I did have to edit that. So what is command? See vim. Vim is like an editor. Vim editor. Docker compose. Wow. And let's go to edit that to try 8080. How does Docker do it again? Is it inside, outside? Well, we're gonna try both. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna go the other route. I don't remember in particular. That's why we are going to do a DevOps course as well. We're gonna do a DevOps course as well so we can get more familiar with Docker. All right, so maybe it's the other way then. Or maybe it's both, I don't know. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Something is happening. Is it up? Let's see. Oh, that's not up. Oh, it's not done yet. All right, hold on. Let's see here. Try again, maybe? Nope. So let's stop this. So let's see here. All right, so all right, so let's take a look at this again. So yeah. All right, so let's see here. So with Kiwi, we need to let's look at this again, right? Report a bug and issue. Let's see. And if we go here and it says report a bug, enable reporting to this issue tracker by configuring its base URL. Right, so let's look in our configurations possibly. Let's go back over here. But wait a second here. There's a thing for bugs. Let's do a test real quick. See if it's trying to waste our time. Test bug. Severity. Critical? 10? I don't know. Let's do red. Save. Where am I supposed to get an icon from? Fire? I don't know. Okay. So here we are. We have a test bug, severity critical, assignee. Let's do maybe I should just write whatever. So now we say test bug all with capital ALL at a time. And step 1, step 2, step 3, test actual, test expected, blah, blah. We save that. So now this actually did log a bug. So what is the... All right, so let's go back. So now we know that it does. All right, so we were wrong based on the information that they were giving us. So a duck under the porch. It does look like it has something to log the bugs. So let's go back to our test run and see if we can see what's going on here. So we have this one, which is in progress. Why was I not able to create a bug? So here, and we have failed. So let's do failed. And if it fails, we want to report a bug. But why is the only issue? Why is it giving us an issue tracker? It's not what we want here. I want to be able to create a bug. Let me see. Let's see what else they have here. I go here. see here. Username. Let's see. Something's up because I should be able to create a bug straight from here. But I don't see that yet. Because I don't want to go here to create a new bug. You would expect that like while you're in the middle of it and you see a bug, you just create a bug. So let me see. Go back here. All right. So Kiwi supports internal bug tracking functionality and integration between external bug trackers. The integration interface is defined in TCMS issue tracker base and can be overridden in subsequent implementation if desired. One-click bug report. By clicking a UI element inside test execution QE, will try to automatically report a new bug in the selected bug tracker. If this fails, it will fall back to opening a browser to manually enter automatic bug update when linking existing bug report to test execution. That's interesting. I feel like I'm missing something because I should I don't want to use this. Wait, the Jira, what happens? Yeah. Let's see here. Testing what this is. And we do failed. And if we go to here, let's go to search bugs. I only have one bug created here. And let's see, search bugs. My test runs. Let's do one more test run. New test run. And we're gonna do
Lunch break! Lunch break!
all right. We are trying to create a bug. So we were able so we see how the test run works, right? We're trying to create a bug, which we were able to create a bug when going through here, but I would like to create a bug during the test execution. Let's add a test case. All right, let's do that. Select that. And let's see here. If we go here, bugs and hyperlinks. Let's see what adding a hyperlink does. Yes. Let's see what this does. Testing hyperlink. See what this does. So this just takes you to Google. That's not the bug. But let me see what these do. Waved, idle, paused, running, locked, error. That's what error does. Error goes here, but it does not do the bug that I wanted to do, which is very okay. So you can do an attachment. That's good. You can do notify users. That's good. But the report bug thing is trying to force a bug tracker. So it might be a configuration thing. We'll have to look into the, let's see everything else real quick. We'll have to look into the, let's see, bugs. What is this? Nope, not that. Yeah, I'll probably look into the documentation and the configuration to see how we can have it create the the bug there instead of going towards instead of trying to do it inside of a, like when you're doing a test run, we should be able to execute the bug or create the bug straight from there. We shouldn't have to go through shouldn't have to go like outside of that and then go to testing for a new bug. So we'll take a look at that. It's not a big deal because we are here to learn. We are always and forever engineered to win. So just have to read the documentation a little bit and see what we need to do. You know, no biggie. Site administration. Oh, how come I didn't see that? Am I not? Maybe I didn't log in as an admin, maybe? Thought I was. No, I am the admin. So hold on. Oh, lost it. Looking for this site administration. Groups. They have, oh, there's reports too, so that's good to see. But we definitely want to get rid of this thing. Do something. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see if I save this. If I have more options. Okay, let's see this. Mm-hmm. What happens when I do this? But I don't want this anyways, so if I do that. See what happens with this. Let's do a quick check. And I'm going to read your comment in just, and I'll address it in just a second. Melissa, I just wanted to see what was happening with this thing. Let's see if we're able to get our bug recorded. Let's see. So if we go here, report bug, you guys Bugzilla, see what happens. Okay. So that worked a little bit better. All right, I think we have a good jumping off point for us to pick up on this next week because this is very, very good. I don't know where it's getting that 8,000 port from, but let's do 127.0.0.1 maybe. Just curious. I don't think that's gonna work. 172. Oh, that's not put in there. Let's leave empty. We'll pick that up next week. I think we'll be able to figure it out next week. Let's see here. Delete them actually. All right. It is what it is. We will pick this up next week, but we will finish our code review and we'll go from there. Okay, so we can get rid of the clock because we're going to finish this code review and we are going to get out of here for tonight because we have things to do, places to go, people to see. All right, so show timer. That's not the one. All right, so let's. All right, so Melissa, welcome. Happy to have you here. What are you doing tonight? So we were working on the Kiwi test case management system. We were working on test executions and then trying to log a defect. But as we were trying to log the defect, we had an issue with the tool to record the bugs, right? So when you're doing it through the test runs, it's trying to open like some other third-party tool, which we don't have installed, but it should be logging directly inside of Kiwi. So like the way that it has it, it should automatically when you say something's wrong and you create a bug, it should automatically go to like something like what is this? It should automatically go to like here, I guess. Oh, okay. So okay. So this is good. So something is happening, but we just have to clean it up a bit. So this is good to see. We will figure that out. So yeah, so that's what we were doing. So when we said it failed, it actually created it, but it didn't take us to the right page where we could fill in the details of what went wrong. But we'll figure that out. Not a big deal at all. So that's what we're working on tonight. We were about to pivot and install Bugzilla, but I don't think it's necessary to do that. So we will figure that out. And we were also doing a code review, so we're gonna finish that code review as well. So back to the code review. All right, so let's look at this. So I said for here, I consider passing it as a parameter. All right, so here this dot driver equals driver super driver something. So here we are extending abstract components. Sometimes we might be over engineering a bit. Extends abstract components. So I want to see what's inside of abstract components then. Extends the base package. And then you have a constructor for abstract components. And then you're getting the weight till have WebDriver in here. You're saying this dot driver. All right, so let's ask this question. What is the purpose? Let's see this class. Why is this class named abstract components? Add the review. All right. So let's keep going. Oh, package name should be all in lowercase as well. I'll probably come across that later. So this logic is all right. So think about that one. Here we have cart page, public checkout, add to cart. So you have a public checkout page, add to cart, checkout, return new checkout page. Oh, I think I understand what's trying to be done here. I'm not a fan of that type of. I've seen this type of automation where like inside of like the cart page, you're going to return something else. I am really not a fan of that, and this as well is not it's not named properly. I gave this feedback last time as well, like using proper Java naming principles. So this would be like add to check out button. All right. Same as this, but I don't understand the purpose of this though. What is the purpose? Like to me, like this code isn't clean. It's not really telling you what's going on. So it's really hard to follow along. So let's see here. All of these proper. All right. Let's see. Page, object, Excel data, class, public class, flight details page extends abstract components. We already looked at abstract components. Okay, importing abstract components. All right, these are just selectors. I would suggest using the. So I would suggest using the page factory. It's a lot easier than to use than doing it this way. But as well, you need to have like, I'll tell you this, right? If you're not using proper naming conventions for the language that you're using, you're not gonna get a job. Like they're gonna see, like when they're looking at your project and looking at like your code review and stuff, and they see this, they're going to say no, this person, they're not using proper coding techniques. Same as your login page, it has to be a capital P. Robot product. This so here we're doing copy the contents to the clipboard. So here you really want to comment exactly the purpose of what you're doing, because um looking at it here, I'm like, okay, what is the purpose of this? What are you doing with the robot? Product results. I'm not gonna comment on the naming anymore. That just needs to be fixed. Let's see here. Traveler details page. Extending the abstract class. Automating adding items to cart and deleting it. Enter phone details. Click sign in. This is the test ng file. You shouldn't be including the test output directory. You should do a git ignore on the test output directory. It shouldn't be uploaded. All right. What else is there? Just a bunch of junk. Yeah, no wonder there are so many files in here, because most of it is junk at the end of the day. We don't need all of this. So let's go back to the top. Yeah. Kind of hard to read through this. It's a lot of code that a lot of it's probably not necessary. But my main feedback would be fix your naming conventions. And I don't really understand what's going on with this abstract class. It doesn't make much sense to me what it's doing. And around that checkout thing as well. This right here doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah. You need to add more comments to your code, because it's just a bunch of code that it doesn't make much sense of what you're actually trying to accomplish. So yeah, I'd say definitely add some comments so whoever's reviewing your code can have a better understanding. Explain what this checkout page being part of the cart page object. So we have this checkout page here. Why is it part of the why is it a part of the cart page? That should be its own independent page. So yeah. Yep, not sure what that's trying to do. Let's look at some of the page objects actually. Naming convention, of course. Let me see. Excel. So this Excel data is not a page object. This is not a page object. It should be in a different package. right. This is also not a page object. Like we need to properly classify our code, like what's a page object, what's a page object, what is part of the framework, what is part of our helpers, and even in our page objects, right? We should classify. So like this has some stuff for flights and it has some stuff for products. So have a package call flights, where the stuff for flights go in there, and have one for products where all the stuff for products go in there. The home page is going to be similar. The login page is going to be the same. So those don't have to be inside of an additional package, but you should have one for flights. You should have one for products, right? For the shopping cart type stuff. And get rid of this test output through your git ignore. I think that's it for now. The code is kind of messy, so it's hard to dissect it even further. But definitely, we need better names, more descriptive names, and that will help us go a very, very long way in our code. All right, so I'm gonna finish up this review. I want to say request changes. I'm not like, I wouldn't, if I was in a work environment, I wouldn't approve this without these changes being made. So let's do that. All right, so let us get off of that. That was fun. I like doing those code reviews to give like real feedback and give you that real working experience on how things would work, how you'd be doing it in a work environment. There's gonna be code reviews. Don't take it as like criticism. Take it as your coworkers, your peers trying to help you get better. But a lot of times, like, and this is why I say it's so important to actually build your portfolio to practice, because let's say you apply for a job, right? And now that they give you a project and this is the project that you submit, they're not even going to give you the opportunity to talk about your project to interview. They're going to reject it like right there on the spot. So the reason that we do coaching, the reason that we do that we do these technical things is so that we can put ourselves in the best position to win, that we can have the nicest and the cleanest code, so that once they see your code, you submitted your technical project, they're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to talk to this person to see what they were thinking, how clean their code is, right? So with that said, come to Tech Coach Ralph. I will get you right and we will win together, because that's all that really matters to me. I'm going to win regardless, but you can win with me or you can watch me win. All right. So that's up to you to join the team of elite, extraordinary software enthusiasts. All right. So that being said, we are wrapping it up for tonight. There are no comments to address. So that was awesome. Very fun. We'll figure out Kiwi next week and we will go from there. All right. So shout out to that for everyone who followed along, for the future people who are following along, for the upcoming subscribers and for the past subscribers. So much fun. All right. And if you haven't done this already, on your way out, make sure you hit the like button. You subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know when we go live and every time I release new content. And then we will go from there. So that was that, and we are out. Tech Coach Ralph signing out.
might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Hear me, warriors of the North. Today we have tasted the sweet nectar of victory. Our foes indeed defeated, and their lands are now bowed before us. The gods themselves have favored our glorious deeds on this glorious day. We have shed blood, sweat, and tears to claim this land. Our relentless spirit, our unyielding determination, these are the very essence of our people. Let's believe our ancestors rejoice in the halls of Valhalla. For today, we have added to their eternal glory. Our victories will echo throughout the ages, and our names will be etched in the annals of history. But let us not forget the price we paid, the brothers and sisters we lost. They now feast in the hall of our forefathers, watching over us with pride. Their sacrifice has paved the way for this moment of triumph. As we celebrate this conquest, let us also remember that our journey is far from over. More land awaits our conquest, more battles upon us forth. And the fire in our hearts burn ever brighter, for there is no limit to what we can achieve. To those who dare stand against us, let them tremble in fear, for they shall witness the fury of the northern storm, the wrath of the untamed barbarians. Today we celebrate our victory. Tomorrow, we set our sights on new horizons, uncharted land where our banners will fly high. We are Vikings, we're barbarians, we are masters of conquest.
We the best. I appreciate you.